Well, hello and welcome. My name is Elizabeth and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. I'm going to be showing you some new art materials that I got, and maybe you'll watch this video and decide you want to get your own, and that'll be really exciting because let's all support new art materials. Anyways, these items I got from Dick Blick. I did a little art haul video, so you want to see everything I got in that order. Check it out. I'll have it linked below and you can find it on my channel. So this is a sketchbook and these are the pencils. We got a Caran d'Ache Luminance white color pencil, and then I've got a Durant Inktense burnt umber pencil, and we're going to use these with this, and let's see what we make. Welcome to my overhead. So the sketchbook that I'm using is part of a Nova series of Stillman and Byrne. This is their beige toned medium gray surface, and I'm really excited to use it. Check out their logo on the back down there. This is really easy to take the paper off. So a lot of times I will actually break in my spine for new sketchbooks, and so I'll like crack it and bend it and then slowly, gently open up a couple pages at a time. So the top, it'll look like this. Grab a couple pages and this will help the spine get used to flexing, so that if you like jam it open in one spot, it won't stay like that forever. See how it's just kind of gently, it's just fanning the page out really nicely actually. So I like to massage and break open the spine. So we are going to play around with the first page. Oh, and this sketchbook, look, it has this little opening here. I have the Durant Inktense burnt umber, which is a watercolor pencil, and then a Caran d'Ache Luminance white colored pencil, which is not a watercolor pencil. I like my pencils to be sharp, so we're just going to sharpen this guy real quick. Look at that sharp point. The way these watercolor pencils work, you can draw directly on the paper and then wet it and it looks like watercolor. It just, spreads out and stuff. I've decided to draw a rose because my business is Western Rose Studios, so let's just sketch out a rose real quick. This is a one I took a while ago, but I'll use it as inspiration to kind of get the feel of the shape of a rose. So I'm just sketching this out, thinking of the basic shape. And I'm only going to use this watercolor pencil and my white color pencil. So kind of doing some light shading where I want some shadows. See, it's very, very simple. Simple little rose. Let's see what happens when we add some water. Ooh, that's pretty instant. I'm just gonna push around, add some water. I'm gonna get the extra water off my brush. Just kind of coax his watercolor pencil colors, move around. And I don't have to get all the pencil marks wet with water. So, add a little bit more water to the paper. This sketchbook is made for mostly dry media, but I heard you can get it wet a little bit, so I'm drawing with a wet tip pencil into even wet areas. It makes it even darker. Look how deep and rich that really gets. It really gets real dark, man. Just kind of dipping it into this puddle here and then moving the pencil, the watercolor pencil, around. So I'm using this toned paper, kind of playing around. Like, I don't really have any real highlights because the lightest color is this toned paper. So that's why I have the white color pencil. But let's get it up close. You can really see that shine. That's where the paper's still wet. And let's play around a little bit more, some more water, and move this around. See how well I can move stuff around. Let's take some of this and kind of use it to paint with around. A little vignette thing. More water, spread it. Okay, I'm going to get my handy dandy hair dryer, dry this real quick. So you can tell when something's dry, if it's not shiny. You can use the back of your hand. If it feels cool, it's probably damp. If you use a hair dryer and it feels warm, it's definitely dry. So this guy is dry. And now I'm going to use my color pencil. So let's bring some of those highlights back and see how this works. Putting some medium to light pressure depending on how bright I want my white to be. It looks like it gets a little muddy when it's layered over like a lot of the ink tint. So right here, see how it kind of gets a little muddy versus over here it's very nice and crispy white. Well, maybe we'll layer a little bit more and see what happens. All right, let's test getting the color pencil wet again and see if it reactivates or not. Yeah, it reactivates a little bit, I'd say. Let's get this area wet, see what happens. Okay, yeah, I can push it around more. I can layer over the white too, it looks like. Not as much because I think these are kind of like wax based. Let's see if I can lift some of this color down here to lessen the mud. So when I lift the color, I get my brush wet, add it to the area that I want lighter, and then I'll wipe my brush on my paper towel. So it's like the paint is going from the paper to my brush to my paper towel. That's how I like to lift the colors. Not a big fan of how that looks, so let's add a little bit more of this. Gonna make it really dark. Because now the tip of the watercolor pencil is wet, so it's making these really dark, rich lines. Just gonna kind of color over some areas more. I like this texture of the pencil too, so why not just use it as a pencil itself? Thank you so much for coming along with me in this little video testing out this beige paper sketchbook by Stillman and Byrne, their Nova series, along with playing with these pencils, a watercolor pencil and this a color pencil, playing around with them and seeing how they work. I hope this video has inspired you today on your art journey, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a little thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. And if you want to see everything I got in this art haul, be sure to check out that video. I'll have it linked below, and maybe here, or is it going to be here? Thanks again for coming along, friend, and I'll see you in the next video.